All right, Crafty review here again. Very familiar spot, Panto Harbor Grill. Boy Gabe, my name's Londo. Chose a beer coming out of Longmont, Colorado. It's the same brewery that you might remember the 400-pound monkey coming out of. It's Left Hand Brewing.
Which we liked.
Yeah.
I think we had some good things to say about that.
Very good things to say. This is a blind taste test. Neither of us have ever tried this beer, which we want to try to get in the habit of doing so.
Yep.
But obviously, because this is kind of what we enjoy doing, there's a lot of beers obviously we've tried, and we also want to share those experiences with you too. So they're coming. This is their Pilsner Pilsner.
Your beer sucks.
This fucking dick.
You want to just start it over?
No, keep it going.
All right.
This is wrong.
What happens? This is what happens, by the way, when you invite a bunch of family over on a Saturday to make tamales. You get assholes like that that come in, but you know, whatever.
You're always gonna have one of them.
You know, we love what we do, though. It's all right.
It doesn't matter. Hey, this is all part of the fun. It doesn't have to be so formal, anyways. But if this is you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So they're out of Longmont, Colorado, which if you're new to the craft beer, Colorado, I don't know if it's got to be the water though, but Colorado just has a knack for having some really good beers. And Left Hand is definitely one of those breweries that does very well. But it is a Pilsner. Like Londo was saying earlier, you know, trying to get an unbiased opinion. I'm not a big Pilsner fan. I'm not really into the light, dry flavor, but when it's 110 degrees out in Arizona, I can't do IPAs all day.
Every day.
So
as much as we'd love to, we're not going to be able
that's
to
for
do
damn
it.
sure. But trying to get into a lighter flavors of beer, lighter styles of beers. So this was one that I saw online that got a lot of good reviews online. And again, it's out of my element being a Pilsner. But because of the brewery, I really like Left Hand. They make some good beers.
Course.
Yep. And obviously the fact that they're from Colorado has a lot of good things to say. But a bit of the beer, it is a German-style Pilsner, so it's probably, without tasting it first, it's going to probably be a little bit of drier taste to it. But it is going to be made with Pilsner malt, which is obviously pretty common, and then your two-row malt, again, pretty common. So nothing too creative with the malt grain there. But it is going to have Magnum hops, Mount Hood hops, and Sterling hops. So a good little mix there. It is a gold medal winner.
Yep.
Which obviously I'm all for that. If
It's won award, somebody likes it.
Yeah, if I'm getting out of my element, I'm going to stick with a gold medal winner. Still 5.5 ABV, so pretty good above volume ABV from your outside of your commercial type stuff, and 33 IBU. So if you've been tracking the IBU scale, it's not going to be too crazy. So it's not going to be bitterness. Not going to leave you with that bitter face. It's going to be a nice clean.
This is something similar
nice,
to
flavor to it.
something similar to the domestic beers that a lot of people are used to drinking now.
Actually, in Miller Lite, Bud Light, all of your big commercial beers, they're all Pilsners.
Right.
So they're obviously they're a lot lighter than a German style Pilsner, but it's the same concept. Yeah. So if you're a Bud Light drinker, Coors Light drinker, Miller Lite, any of those guys, it's a Pilsner. This is a Pilsner. It's going to be similar to your taste. So
right. So yeah, as you can see, it's very similar to the beers that we had just that Gabe just mentioned. Golden, very light color here.
Oh, you'd smell the Pilsner.
Yeah, and it actually is. It's got a little sweet note to it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not as dry smelling as some as you might be used to, but we're gonna give it a go.
All right, I'm liking it.
Better than some of the ones I've had, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
you know, what I don't like about most Pilsners is you get, to me, maybe it's an exaggeration, but I get like a really like dry, almost like a cotton mouth type feeling after drinking some Pilsners. A Pilsner malt is a very like unique flavored malt. Like you know when it's a Pilsner malt. It does have a little bit of a sweetness to it, but there is a hint of like a dry, almost like a little bit of, to me it's a little bit of a mild tart dryness to it.
Say maybe a lemon peel.
Yeah, there you
very
go.
light, very light.
Yep, there you go. Very refreshing though. Again, I mean, I'm looking for a beer in the summertime that's going to be a lighter flavor, that's going to still have, not that bitterness, but it's going to have a nice, clean, refreshing taste to it while you're chilling outside.
And I didn't see it as dry as some of the others I had.
No.
And that's kind of what keeps me away from the Pilsners, because it is kind of dry. This actually has a lot of flavors on the back note. So I mean, it's one of those that'll keep you wanting to get another drink. Oh, all right, it's a little It has a little bit more flavor than some of the drier
Yep.
Pilsners that I've tried in the past. So,
Yep.
Scale of 1 to 5, what do you want to give it? I mean, this is one obviously that we're both kind of getting out our element here.
Yep.
But
Yep. You know, I'm gonna say 4.25. And maybe it's still because I'm still a newbie to Pilsners. So maybe if I try this again in a couple months, maybe that'll get bumped up once I start trying more of them.
Right.
I'm going off of the flavor of it, not so much the style, but you know, how bitter is it? How strong is it? Does it taste skunky? Is it, you know, and it's a clean flavored beer. Very, very refreshing, very
not what I
full of
expected.
flavor. That's why I'm still giving it 4.25.
I'm going to give it a 4, right around the same. It is better than what I've tasted in the past. It has more flavor, and that's kind of what I was hoping to get out of it, because some of them again are really bland to me. But I'll give it a solid 4.
Yeah.
Question is are you going to tap this beer?
You know, for now I'm gonna say no. Only because I think I want to try more Pilsners. If I had to say, you know, choose this one amongst every beer that's available, probably not gonna try that one. But again, I'm trying to keep an open mind here, so that might change as I start trying more.
It's a fair
Pilsners.
evaluation.
Yep.
It's a
but,
fair
but for
evaluation.
now, no. That's not to say it's a bad beer. You know, it's just not my cup of tea yet. So.
Right. Myself, I'm going to probably join you in that
Yep.
regard too. I wouldn't tap it. I couldn't see myself going through a whole keg of this, and that's kind of the reason why we're asking if you would tap it. It is a good beer. It is worth a try for those of you guys like Pils. You might be familiar with this already. It is worth trying. It's not a bad beer by any means, but one that I'm not going to tap just yet. So that's our review for the Polestar Pilsner out of Left Hand Brewing, Longmont, Colorado. Very clean. Probably surpassed our expectations.
Definitely.
You know, going into this, and I don't know. I'd recommend it if somebody likes the Pils. Try this one. It's actually pretty good.
That's the great thing about craft beer, right? There's 1,000,001 different styles out there and variations of styles. So it might not be our thing. It might be your next favorite beer.
Yeah,
So go and give it a shot.
Exactly. Remember to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget your growler. This is Gabe, Londo Crafty Review. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Have a good one.